Welcome back to Mothlight TV, and you join us at On-Cue Billy's in La Mesa. This is a Week 15 match in the 8-ball division of the San Diego Metro BCA League, and this sees Spin Doctors on Q3 versus Desi's Lil Devils from Desi's Bar and Grill. And the home team, Spin Doctors, have the break in the first set, and that's myself, Mike Holt, broken the balls dry. And my opponent is a fellow Brit, I believe he's from Bristol, Joe Bono. And he's in there, he's got a couple of solids in. And a third one now. What's he going to try here? He's coming after Arnett in the 3. That's the end of his run for now. So I've got the stripes. Just looking at the table. Don't fancy starting the run just yet, so I'll just play a safe. I was trying to hook him on all of his balls, but I did leave him a sight of that one, so he's just played down table, and now I think I can start. Play the 14, leave an angle on the 50, on the 13 rather. I want to try and get on that 12 ball in the side pocket, but you've got to get right behind it to drop it in from that acute angle. I've gone a bit too far. I'm still going to go for it. But they're very tricky, those, and I hit the point on the way past. So this is a wonderful opportunity for Joe. All the balls are in the open for him. But he's not that experienced a player. As you can see, he's got a Fargo of just 279, so he's in the beginner stage, I'd say. So just a stop shot, and I can just follow forward. Got the 10 here. I don't do it flat, but if I'm a little bit too flat, I can just draw back 2 rails. Just trying to leave a straight 9 in the corner. I've come a little bit too far, so just got to be careful. Got to make sure of this one. But this will lead me to 12 over the side, and that's a straightforward tickle into the pocket and just leave myself a straight 8 ball for the first rack. So that's 1-0 to the home team. And shooting next is Brian Wroolie, breaking the balls for Spin Doctors. Stripes falling in the middle. It's called the 6 here. Tried to do an offsuit combo. Get the solids, but he's missed that, so it's an open table for Nick. And he just caught the 2 on the way past, so Brian will seize the opportunity to take the solids here. There's a stop shot here on the 3. We'll leave the 2 in the opposite corner. And probably just follow forward for that 5-6 over the same corner pocket. But the 8 ball is a bit of a problem. It does have the centre pocket on the top of your screen, but I think that's the only one. Don't think it goes in the bottom left corner as you're looking at your screens here, so you may try and disturb it. Well, I think that's what he did, but he seemed to have a bit of a body language saying he was a bit dismayed with that shot, but he's nicely on the 7 here. He's rolled a little too far. The one's a bit thin. And he's played it and he's gone into the clutches, scratched. A little wild there. I'm not sure if that was absolutely the right course of shot. Once you careering into the cluster at that pace, you really are hoping to get lucky. And sometimes you'll get unlucky. You could put the 8 ball in. So Nick is picking off a couple of easy stripes, but missed the 13 and the scratched as well. So reprieve for Brian. He can just do a little draw shot. Pull back a few inches for the 8 in this bottom left corner. And there's the second rack on the board for Spin Doctors. And it's Wayne Crow breaking the balls in the 3rd rack. He's got the solids here. Took his time deciding whether he wanted to fall or not. He's got the 7. Nearly scratched. Left him shot on the 2. Might try and get the 3 out. It was a bit tricky to do from there, so just roll this 4 and try and leave a little angle on the 5 if you can, because you've got to get into that 3 ball somehow. It looks to be very flat indeed. He's just following forward. Where's the cue ball going? Yeah, ball it on for Dave. And so he's going to have a bit of time on his hands. He can play a few of these balls, but looks like he's playing the combo here in the side. You know, the last thing you'll do is disturb that cluster. Well, he actually tried to do it right there and then. Missed the 9, but I'm not sure if that 3 goes. I can only assume it did, the shot that Wayne played. No damage done. A couple of misses by both players. And it's a length of the table bank shot called by Wayne. Almost. Just about a diamond before the pocket on the long rail that hit. Now Dave can get a couple more balls in. He's come a bit short here. So I think it's just a safe. Bit tricky this. You've got to be careful you don't knock the 8 ball in number 1. And his objective is to get the 3 into a potable position whilst trying to leave it safe. And an attempted pot goes away for Dave, and so maybe another long bank. Well, Wayne actually flicked the 11 there. I don't know if he noticed. But we do play cue ball fouls only in this BCA league, but as he misses that 9, and that's complicated matters a little. It's blocked the 8. I think Wayne was going for that. He just missed it. Yes, so the rule is if you just strike a solitary ball with your cue or your finger, that doesn't affect the shot. It's not a foul. But if your opponent notices or you notice, your opponent's supposed to have the option to put it back. Nice bank there. He's going to do another bank here in the corner. This is for the rack. Nicely done there by Wayne. That's 3-0 now. And so the final rack of this first round with the home team breaking. It's Jesse Sturm breaking the balls there. I think he's come up dry. And his opponent, Robert Leahy for Desi's. He's off and running with the striped balls. 9 is his problem. You can see, nearly almost hovered over the jaw. So, yeah, the 9 doesn't have a pocket at all at the moment. So you've got to do something with that. And he does have an angle here if he takes this 13. Yeah, it clattered into them all, and the 9 is out. In fact, is it back? Is it in? Well, it will be in a minute. Just roll the 10 in. And then just try and make sure you leave yourself a shot here. You can get a bit closer to it, but don't risk hooking yourself. And just float it in, and you're good. But he's put that in the right-hand side of the pocket and lost a cue ball. Disaster. You have to kick at this. Okay, Jesse, you want to get him in a whole world of trouble there, but he's going for a pot. Oh no, what's he thinking? Disaster. Just sold out the game. So that is 3-1 after the first round. And so we're into round 2. It's the visitors, Desi's, with the break. And in this first rack, it's actually the 5th rack, the first rack of the second round. Nick's broken the balls, come up dry. I'm going to take the 5 on here and try and hold for the 3. Yeah, that would have been nice, but I hit it too hard. So I'm going to take the 4. Leave me a shot at the 1, hopefully with an angle to get back down towards the cluster. But nothing cooking. I'm going to try and make the 6. Actually, I need to catch it super thin. Actually, hit the 7 instead. So hand the table over. He's going for the 13 here. I'm attempting the cross side bank, got the double kiss. So, nice little opening here. Nick, he can get the 15 in, move down towards the 14, which is over the side pocket. And just drop that in, and he should be on choice of those, one of the 3 at the bottom end of the table. No, he's on the 9. Can't really fail to get. I say can't really fail to get shape, but he's managed to do it. Tricky 11. Okay, let's look at the gap here. I think the 7 just about passes, but that's a poor cue ball. I was trying to check it and leave myself a shot in the bottom left. So I'm just trying to hook, or not a hook, just get up close to the 11. And I have left sight of this 12 ball, and that's a nice slow roll. And I feel as though if he takes the 13 here, he can't fail to win the game, but he's taken the 11, which is the wrong shot, and he's scratched, I'm afraid. Yeah, they had a clear path to the line if he took the 13. And this is just mopping up those 3 balls, so I got away with that one. And that's one of the things with this game. It's not just potting the balls, it's knowing the pattern and the sequence in which to take them, because that makes all the difference. And so it's 4-1. Dave Arnett with the break here against Brian Wroolie. He's made a solid off the break. And he's taken the combination here to take the stripes. He's made that, so the suits are set. Try another combination here. No, I didn't quite get that one right. So looks like Brian's taking the 4 in the side pocket in the long way at the top of your screen there. He's done well. Slow roll on the 6, and he's stunning it. That's a great shot, because he's got a shot now on the 3. And he's managed to disturb the 2 ball. It was the only safe ball he had. Well, the 1 is also safe. It's got to be said. I think he's got a plan in mind here. You could play to cannon it if you potted it in the just straight in, but he's played the bank. And he's banking the 1 in the same pocket. And look at this for a shot. Look at the shape here. This 8 is for 5-1. And a really good run out from Brian. Yeah, a couple of cracking shots there. I had a little bit of a run of the ball, but you deserve it when you play good strokes like those. Now Rob is playing Wayne here in this rack, and he's scratched off the break, so ball in hand to begin for Mr. Crow. Takes the stripes. Cuts in the 11 through the gap, and going to have a shot here on the 9 ball, I think. Oh no, he's going for the 13. Yeah, bridging up, bridging down, slight elevated cueing, not easy. Just caught that too thin. And a nice drop-in shot there from Robert. You can play the 7 and try and push through, disturb a bit of action. And that's one of the reasons why moving the balls is never really recommended, as they went from being all available to one or two of them being a bit tricky. Okay, so he's made the 9. And there's a pattern here, getting 13. He will now take the 14 and come round. And he's just come across twice, 2 rails. That's great. You can now just play around 2 rails with a bit of left English and leave himself a gap between the 2 and the 4. And that looks just about perfect. And he's just steering the cue ball into the 8, nudging the 8 over the pockets. That's a great shot. And this simple 8 ball with the bridge, the 6-1. Nicely played. And Joe with the break here. Last rack of the second round. Rack 8. And he's come up dry. Jesse's coming to the table. He does an offsuit combo to take the solids. I'll take the 3 here. It's invited. The 1 will allow him to get up table towards the rest of the balls. Give him 2 passes the 4. You can see the 4 directly as well. And the 2 is now available. It's a question of how he gets on that 5 and 6. It's just a fraction in the way, I think. Yeah, bit unlucky there. I have the table over to Joe. He's taking a combo here, 10 to the 13. That's left in nicely on the them ball. Oh, okay. And he's trying to cut the 9 in. Oh, just a bit too thick. But where's that cue ball finishing? I think he's got a pretty good roll there. Not left anything easy. He's trying to swerve to cut the 6 in. But didn't quite get the spin. And so gives a ball in hand. Got a nice shot there. Joey's got the 11 in the side. Just mounts his work here. He's looking good. Well, it's just left himself a little bit of a cut. Always tricky when the balls are close together. Yeah, he's just overcut it. I think if he'd have finished straight, they'd have been fine. But once again, that's not a bad roll of the ball. And I think Desi may have left a chance here. This might go in the corner. Oh. Well, I think Desi dodged a bullet there. So just this 5, 6 and 8 to finish the first half of the match off with a 7 racks to 1 lead in this race to 9 racks matchup. So thanks for tuning in, folks. Please check out the channel for the second half of this match coming soon.